So hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you on the YouTube platform of the Right Ed. My name is Rajat, and with no further delay, let's begin with the discussion of the day. So the point is that what we are going to discuss today. आज हम क्या डिस्कस करने वाले? So we are going to discuss the same thing that we have discussed in our previous classes. But yes, today is going to be the last session in the series of the discussions that we are having to cover the entire PIB compilation from 1st of April till 10th of April. So this is going to be the last live session in this particular series of videos. Okay. From tomorrow, from the next Monday, from the Monday onwards, we are going to go ahead with the finance compilation. So whatever the important finance news are going to be there, that was there between 1st of April to 10th of April, we are going to discuss it, but in our Monday's discussion. आज हम क्या करेंगे? Today we are going to discuss all the PIB compilation from 1st to 10th of April, and this is going to be the last session of this series. So if any one of you who have diligently followed all the PIB sessions that we have for the first 10 days of the April, this is the last session in that series. ठीक है? So just be there. This is going to be a very small session because we have left with only 4 to 5 news, and be there. Keep all of your concentration over here because now we are going to unleash, है ना? And only 4 to 5 pages discussion is remaining. फटाफट से खत्म करते हैं, आधे घंटे का डिस्कशन होगा, एंड देन वी विल बी गुड टू गो, एंड देन वी विल एंड टुडेज डिस्कशन. चलो. So the first piece of news that we are going to see is India's record wind energy addition. See, as of now, the kind of times we are sailing through is something that everyone is having so much apprehension that what is going to be the situation for India's energy requirement, of India's energy security. तो एक ये बात तो सबके दिमाग में चल ही रही है ना? Because you just saw, all of us experienced that how a simple war going somewhere else in some Middle East countries, America and Israel is involved, but it has a huge impact on our economy as well. Something is going on somewhere else and its impact, and we are here facing the repercussion of these events. ठीक है, कैसे repercussion आ रहा है? The major repercussions that we are experiencing is because of the prices of the crude oil. So crude oil got increased, the prices of crude oil increased, and this is how the entire economy of ours got impacted. So now we know that how much India is dependent for its energy security requirement और energy consumption requirement, है ना? तो इससे हमारी vulnerability एक हमको समझ में आती है. So to reduce this vulnerability, we should increase our capacity more and more in terms of renewable sources, है ना? नॉन रिन्यूएबल की तो बात छोड़ ही दो. अब आप क्रूड ऑयल है, कोल है, ऑब्वियसली वी आर गोइंग टू हैव दोस काइंड ऑफ रिसोर्सेज एज वेल, बट यस, these kind of situations, these kind of conditions, you can say, shows us that we are still vulnerable, and that's why we need to work on our renewable sector capacity addition. In these particular series, a new, you can say, a new event has taken place, that in the financial year 26, India has recorded maximum, the highest wind energy addition. क्या चीज है ये देखते हैं. So Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has announced that India has achieved highest ever annual wind capacity. It means the amount of electricity, the capacity that we have as of now, or the capacity that we have generated of electricity production utilizing the wind energy, we have added in our capacity 6.05 gigawatt. Now we are going to have this much amount of electricity generation utilizing the wind energy. And all these things have taken place in the financial year 26. ठीक है? Key milestone में ये है कि those states who have done very well. ठीक है? So the top states in the wind, in harnessing the potential of wind energy. First one is Gujarat, and the second and third one is Karnataka and Maharashtra. So do remember these order. Then we have the annual survey of incorporated service sector enterprises. Okay. Now, service sector, all of us knows that our economy is a service sector led economy. Service sector is one of the part of the economy that provide a lot of employment. They have a huge share in the employment, in terms of providing employment to our youth. Okay. So This particular annual survey is for the incorporated service sector enterprises. Let's see what are the nuances. Recently, National Statistics Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation launched first ever. So this is the first ever annual survey on the service sector enterprises, incorporated service sector enterprises. So whenever a survey or any other kind of activity is happening for the very first time, it becomes important. Again, if it is related with one of the major part of our syllabus, then it becomes automatically more important, है ना? So let's see क्या चीज है. So reference period is going to be financial year 25. We are going to see that okay, in financial year 25 we have 10 enterprises. Now in financial year 26 we have 100. So reference is going to be the financial year 25 entities. So we are going to register those entities. We are going to acknowledge those entities who have got registered under the Companies Act or the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Sample size in total 1.21 lakh enterprises are going to get uh, is going to be get utilized to collect the samples, to collect the data. And सैम्पलिंग फ्रेम क्या होगा? सर्वे यूजेस द जीएसटीएन डेटाबेस टू आइडेंटिफाई एंड सेलेक्ट एंटरप्राइजेस. ठीक है. अब की सेक्टर्स कौन कौन सेक्टर? देखो सर्विस सेक्टर में द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट कम्स इन आवर हेड व्हेनेवर वी टॉक अबाउट द सर्विस सेक्टर इज द आईटी सेक्टर. But in service sector, we have hell other kind of services as well. We have tourism, we have hospitality, we have trade. Obviously, we have IT sector, then we have communication, education, health, finance. Everything comes under the service sector domain. ठीक है? So it is going to give us a very brief idea that what is the present condition of these incorporated service sector enterprises. Over here, you can see that's why I have listed all the sectors so that you will get a clear cut idea. Okay, these are the broad these are the components of a broad service sector spectrum. Okay, now the next news that we have is the major port record 915 million tons cargo in financial year 26. So logistics is a very important part. Logistics is very important for the economic development. As I told you multiple times, I have told you that any business activity can be run smoothly only when you have the adequate critical infrastructure. Now, in critical infrastructure, we have roads, we have bridges, we have ports, we have airports. These are the critical infrastructure. And whenever a critical infrastructures perform phenomenally well, it means that our economy is also going to do well. Okay? So these are the reciprocation of the overall development. So now see, major ports record 915 million tons cargo. इतना कार्गो अगर आपने डील किया है, इतना कार्गो अगर आपने मैनेज किया है, it means our export, import, our overall business is flourishing very well. ठीक है? So the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterway has announced that India's major ports. So we have minor ports, we have major ports. Majorly we always take care of the data coming out from the major ports. ठीक है? So the India's major ports in total has recorded 915.17 million ton of cargo in financial year 26. इतना ज्यादा कार्गो हैंडल किया है. So this performance has surpassed the annual target of 904 metric ton. ये हमने टारगेट रखा था, इसको हमने सरपास कर दिया. यहाँ पे आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि चलो ठीक है 915 मिलियन टन इज अ कंक्रीट डेटा डिस्क्रीट डेटा आपको याद होना चाहिए बट व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट की परफॉर्मर्स टॉप परफॉर्मर स्टेट्स because major ports are there in Odisha we have in the Tamil Nadu we have in Maharashtra we have so in multiple states we do have major ports so let's see their ranking. So top performers by volume, Deen Dayal Port Authority, Gujarat. Second one is Paradip Port Authority, Odisha. And the third one is Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Maharashtra. Okay? Top performance. Now these are the top performers on the basis of volume. Now by the basis of growth rate. Okay? So by the basis of growth rate, we have Marmagao Port Authority, Kolkata Dock System, and JNPA. ठीक है. So these are the top performers by growth. ठीक है. So JNPA Maharashtra has been in a third rank not only from the point of view of volume but also from the point of view of growth rate. Then the Jan Vishwas Amendment of Provision Bill 2026. Now see, this bill is very much important. Why? From the phase one perspective, it is very much important because Jan Vishwas, these kind of amendments that the government is bringing up in the front, because now they want to make the rules and regulations easy for the compliance, from the point of view of compliance as well, and from the point of view of citizens as well. Jan Vishwas, it means now these amendments are the trust based amendments, that okay, now we are talking about, instead of reprimanding, instead of punishing and levying fines or imprisonment, we are talking about showing the faith. Okay, what this particular thing is all about, let's discuss it in detail. Sir, I want to give UPSC keeping RBI grade B as plan B, it's okay? Yes, just wait for a minute. Yes, it's okay, it's clearly fine, it's absolutely fine, कोई issue नहीं है इसमें, आप बहुत आराम से कर सकते हो ये काम. You can prepare for UP. Now see, the only thing the only thing that you will be required to put some extra effort is management, और थोड़ा बहुत आपको फाइनेंस में एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स पुट करने की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. बट द गुड थिंग इज दैट दीज टू थिंग्स आर स्टैटिक इन नेचर. चलो फाइनेंस तो थोड़ा सा है, उसमें करंट की चीजें पूछी जा सकती है, बट ऑब्वियसली when you cover the for UPSC we cover the current affairs so comprehensively that all these phenomena get covered eventually. But yes, for specifically for finance you can cover some extra points. For management you can good evening Anshuman. For management, yes, you will be required to put some extra effort, but the good thing is that it's static in nature, वो बदलता नहीं है. तो आपने एक बार पढ़ लिया, हो गया. 7 से 8 दिन लगेंगे, आपने एक बार पढ़ लिया, आप रिवीजन करते रहो. इट इज गोइंग टू गिव यू गुड मार्क्स इन फेज 2 एज वेल. ठीक है, सो इस तरीके से आप कर सकते हो. इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन फिनोमिना दैट nowadays UPSC aspirants keep the regulatory body examinations, a lot of times they keep the regulatory body examinations as their plan B. ठीक है, so you can do it, you can do it. And recently I think one of the UPSC mentor has also get selected for the RBI grade B in 2025 examination only, है ना. That candidate used to be was working as a UPSC mentor, है ना, but he has got selected finally. And most majority of the times I have seen that the aspirants preparing for 3 to 4 years for the UPSC civil services, once they are done, or if they want to take break, they mostly they appear for the RBI grade B examination, and the majority of the times they clear it as well. Coming back to our discussion now, the government of India has unveiled the Jan Vishwas Bill 2026, building on the success of 2023 Act. ठीक है. Now, as I told you, decriminalization is the basic funda behind the launch of this scheme. क्या है decriminalize करना? There were multiple rules, sections were there in our rules and regulations where we were talking about the criminalization. कुछ गलती हुई, आपने उसको क्रिमिनल बनाया और फिर आपने उसको imprisonment दिया या जो भी चीजें गई. So वो decriminalization को कम किया गया है via this particular amendment. क्या चीज है? So it seeks to amend 79 central acts across 23 ministry, covering a massive 784 provision. The goal is to shift from the mistrust-based legal system. तो विश्वास नहीं करना किसी भी सिटीजन के ऊपर, वहां से हमको हटाना है अपना alignment to modern trust-based regulatory framework. That you we that the, as a government will now trying to be putting the trust first instead of mistrust. हम विश्वास करेंगे सिटीजन्स के ऊपर कि हाँ ये हो सकता है, चांसेस आर दैट ही इज नॉट एन ऑफेंडर. मिसट्रस्ट करने के मतलब क्या होता है कि नहीं नहीं भाई हमको कोई नहीं चाहिए, रिस्क नहीं लेना है, किया हो नहीं किया हो वो तो कोर्ट में बाद में प्रूफ होगा, बट वी विल डू सच थिंग सच काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द चेंज इन द माइंडसेट दैट वी आर ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग. अब यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट सिर्फ इतना है कि आपने एक्ट्स याद कर लेने हैं और प्रोविजंस याद कर लेने हैं. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत आपको फंडामेंटल नॉलेज होना चाहिए इसका. 4 पिलर्स: वार्निंग बिफोर पनिशमेंट, बिफोर गिविंग पनिशमेंट. ना फर्स्ट टाइम ऑफेंडर्स जो हैं उनको हम वार्निंग देके छोड़ देंगे फॉर माइनर लैप्सेस. ठीक है, वार्निंग बिफोर पनिशमेंट. प्रोपोर्शनेट पेनल्टीज. अभी ऐसा है कि इफ यू हैव डन डिफॉल्ट्स इन शेयर इशुएंस, फॉर एन एग्जांपल, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल, यू आर इन्वॉल्व इन द शेयर इशुएंस, नाउ यू हैव डन सम काइंड ऑफ डिफॉल्ट, 1 लाख रुपए फाइन है. आपने 100 शेयर का डिफॉल्ट किया हो, 10,000 शेयर का डिफॉल्ट किया हो, नहीं फर्क पड़ता, यू विल बी लेवीड 1 लाख वर्थ ऑफ फाइन. ठीक है, बट अभी प्रोपोर्शनेट पेनल्टीज, डिफॉल्ट के अंदर भी जिस प्रोपोर्शन का आपको डिफॉल्ट होगा, आपको उतनी पेनल्टी पे करनी है, ठीक है। सीवियरिटी ऑफ द ऑफेंस इज नॉट गोइंग टू गेट रिकॉग्नाइज्ड। फास्टर रिजोल्यूशन, so this is a very basic characteristic of India's judicial system, है ना? That it takes a lot of time to get justice, even for the innocent peoples. It takes a lot of time to get justice via our judicial system. So faster resolution is one of the pillars. Then dynamic penalty framework is also one of the pillars. Impact क्या होगा? So first of all, ये तो हमने पढ़ लिया जन विश्वास बिल, but sir इसका impact economy पे क्या होगा? Because over here we are in concern with the RBI examination. तो हम economy की बात करके चलते हैं कि सर इकोनॉमी पे क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा। सो इम्पैक्ट ऑन बिजनेसेस एंड माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस। सो बेसिकली इन अ नटशेल इफ समवन आस्क यू, यू कैन टेल obviously it is going to improve the ease of doing business at any point of time। एक तो वो चीज हो गई। अब द बिल प्रोवाइड्स अ प्रिडिक्टेबल एंड सपोर्टिव इन्वायरमेंट फॉर एंटरप्रेन्योर्स। चलो ठीक है, आपसे ऑफेंस हो रहा है, छोटा ऑफेंस है, फर्स्ट टाइम हुआ है, आपको साली खाली पेनाल्टी देके छोड़ दिया जाएगा, उसको वार्निंग देके छोड़ दिया जाएगा, है ना। तो इस तरीके से क्या होगा, even the a lot of entrepreneurs who must be before they must be having some kind of fear that okay, if it defaults, if we do some kind of mistakes, so we will get penalized, we will get imprisonment। अब ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, फर्स्ट टाइम लैप्स है, छोटा लैप्स है, आपको छोड़ देंगे वार्निंग देके। तो इस तरीके से ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस तो इंप्रूव होगा ही, ठीक है। देन ग्रेडेड इन्फोर्समेंट, कॉपीराइट एक्ट, लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट, एमएमडीआर एक्ट, ये सारे एक्ट, दीज आर दोज एक्ट्स दैट डायरेक्टली इम्पैक्ट द बिजनेसेस एंड एमएसएमई इंटरप्राइजेस, ठीक है। सो दीज acts will also get amended via this Jan Vishwas Bill 2026। Eventually, in a nutshell, if someone's asked what is going to be the impact, it is going to improve the ease of doing business, ठीक है। Now, Try Service Seminar Run Samvad 2026. Now, it is a phase one oriented piece of news on April 6th, 2026। The Ministry of Defense has announced Try Service Seminar। ठीक है, संवाद का मतलब होता है conversation। Try Service means Indian Army, Indian Air Force, and the Indian Navy. All the three services of our Indian Armed Forces is going to engage in this Run Samvad। ठीक है, it has been scheduled between April 9th to 10th of April at the Air Force Training Command in Bengaluru। Theme: multi-domain operations, an imperative for addressing conventional and irregular threats। Advancing India's fisheries sector। बहुत अच्छा और इंटरेस्टिंग एक आर्टिकल है, ठीक है। Now, in this article, the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying has highlighted the kind of performance the fisheries sector has shown in the last 10 years. ठीक है? Same thing we will discuss now. So on April 6, 2026, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying highlighted a decade of structural transformation that have taken place in the blue economy। Blue economy की मतलब होती है fisheries related economy, ठीक है? How much allocation government has done? 2,761.80 crores has been allocated for the fisheries sector specifically in the union budget of financial year 27, because India has solidified its position as world's second largest fish producer। ये याद रखना है, we are the world's second largest fish producer। Total output that we generate is 106% since financial year 14। Institutional strengthening, how the government has done the strengthening of institutions, those institutions who are engaged in the fisheries sector। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, पहला कैसे क्या किया गवर्नमेंट ने, फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में हमने सुना है, ठीक है। दीज आर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ऑफ द फार्मर्स हु आर प्रोड्यूसिंग द एग्रीकल्चरल कमोडिटीज। नाउ for the fisheries as well, government has made 2,195 farmers producer organization, but these are the fisheries farmer producer organizations। Government has also launched the National Fisheries Digital Platform। It is a one-stop digital ecosystem where different kind of stakeholders involved in the ecosystem or the fisheries in the fisheries sector are there, ठीक है। Starting from the producers to buyer to the logistic providers, all different kind of, or the cold chain, cold room providers, all kind of post harvest, pre harvest ecosystem and stakeholders are available on this platform। Marine Fisheries Census 2025 has also been done by the Government of India। Investment and infrastructure के चीजें देखते हैं। So via the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, this is a flagship scheme that tries to improve the infrastructural part of the fisheries sector, or the infrastructure part that is required for the development of the fisheries sector. Those development is getting done by the Matsya Sampada Yojana. ठीक है? FIDF, now this is an infrastructure fund. Fisheries Infrastructure Development Fund. You must have heard about the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, Urban Infrastructure Fund. सुना होगा आप लोगों ने. On the same line, we have the Fisheries Infrastructure Development Fund, FIDF, where the entities engaged in creating infrastructure for the fishery sectors get credit in easy terms. 3% का interest subvention मिलता है उनको for the loan that they will be taking to create infrastructure that is required in the fishery sector. फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन के लिए भी बहुत सी चीजें की गई हैं. किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड, ठीक है. So earlier it was only for the farmers, later on it got extended for the fishermen as well. So they are also getting loan via kisan credit card. प्रधानमंत्री KSSY scheme, ठीक है. Now this is a scheme that talks about the formalization of micro enterprises who are engaged in the fisheries sector, ठीक है. Social protection as well, to protect them in their later period of their lives, and a social protection, kind of providing the insurance to the fishermen, and for the later part of their life providing them some kind of pension funds and all. So livelihood assistance has been provided to 7.44 lakh fisheries family during the lean and fishing ban periods. कुछ देखो सीजन में ना क्या होता है, गवर्नमेंट्स हैव डिफरेंट सीजन्स, ठीक है. ऐसा होता है कि देयर आर सम सीजन्स जहाँ पे फिशेस जो है वो ब्रीड करती है, तो उस टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट जो है बैन कर देती है फिशिंग के ऊपर. सो बट फॉर दैट पार्ट ऑफ टाइम these fishermen must be getting some kind of social protection so that their livelihood can go ahead. This is what they're talking about. But the reality is that government has also implemented multiple other social protection schemes for the fishermen, starting from providing them the insurance, the life cover, है ना, starting from that particular providing the insurance cover to providing them basic pension facilities as well. ठीक है, हर सब चीजें की जा रही है. So this is it. With this, we are done with all the PIB news articles that were there between 1st of April till 10th of April. सब खत्म हो गया. The only thing that is remaining is finance. अब finance हम करेंगे, but आज तो आधा हमने PIB किया है, तो आज नहीं करेंगे. And on the second hand, we have the weekends as well. तो आज Saturday तो है, weekend start हो चुका है ना? So I will not be doing a lot of, I will not be covering a lot of things for your ease, ठीक है? फाइनेंस हम करते हैं, मंडे को करते हैं, कोई इशू नहीं है. एक इंटरेस्टिंग है, बहुत सारी इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें अपडेट हुई हैं. A lot of interesting articles and the updates have taken place in the finance sector between 1st to 10th of April. We are going to discuss it in detail from the point of view of RBI NABARD examination, but on Monday.